When fishermen in Kamchatka spotted five massive white bodies on the banks of the Tagil River, they couldn't have imagined what lay ahead. As they approached their discovery, they froze in astonishment. Before them lay belugas, with real tears rolling from their eyes. What transpired over the next 5 hours would shock the entire nation. On that frosty morning, what began as a routine day for Telman fishermen, members of Kamchatka's ancient indigenous people, transformed into a dramatic rescue story. Returning from their usual fishing grounds, they noticed something unusual on the riverbank. Five enormous white bodies sprawled across the coastal sand. Drawing closer, they witnessed a heart-wrenching scene. A family of belugas, stranded by the ebbing tide, lay helpless on the shore, emitting piercing sounds that resembled cries. The eyes of these remarkable marine creatures were filled with genuine tears, thick, large drops rolling down their smooth white skin. Most touching was the sight of a baby whale pressing against its mother, confused by their predicament. This scene instantly awakened deep compassion in the hardy fishermen and an urgent desire to help the distressed animals. Without wasting a moment, the men rushed to save the marine giants. Their first instinct was to try pushing the belugas back into the water themselves. However, they quickly realized that the weight of these majestic creatures was far too great for human strength alone. Each adult beluga weighs several tons, and mere physical force wasn't enough for their rescue. But the fishermen refused to give up. They made the only right decision in this situation: to stay with the belugas and help them survive until the next high tide. What followed was a true race against time. For 5 long hours, these brave men never left their charge's side, becoming guardian angels for the stranded whales. They organized a proper rescue operation, bringing freshly caught fish to feed the exhausted animals and constantly dousing them with water to prevent their delicate skin from drying out. Every minute of this impromptu vigil was filled with anxiety and hope. The fishermen talked to the belugas, reassuring them, letting them know they weren't alone in this difficult situation. Special attention was given to the calf, the most vulnerable member of the family. The fishermen tried to give it maximum care, understanding that this remarkable creature's life depended on their actions. The marine giants seemed to sense their rescuers' care and kindness, gradually calming down and trustingly accepting their help. Time dragged agonizingly slowly. Each minute felt like an eternity. But the fishermen never lost hope. They understood that the belugas' only chance for survival was to wait for the tide to lift their heavy bodies and return them to their natural element. Their patience and persistence were finally rewarded. The sea began to rise gradually, offering hope for a happy ending. With the incoming tide came the most intense part of the rescue operation. The water slowly but surely crept toward the belugas lying on the shore. The fishermen watched every movement attentively, ready at any moment to help the animals orient themselves and find their way to deeper waters. Finally, the long-awaited moment arrived. The first beluga, the largest, likely the family leader, managed to turn and swim. The other adults followed, gently nudging the calf along. The fishermen couldn't hold back tears of joy as they watched these magnificent creatures return, one by one, to their natural element. The calf was the last to swim away, releasing a spout of water as if thanking its saviors. All 5 belugas slowly but confidently headed toward the Sea of Okhotsk, gradually dissolving into its boundless expanse. The fishermen stood on the shore for a long time, watching their charges disappear, feeling incredible relief and joy that everything had ended well. This story quickly spread throughout Kamchatka, becoming a symbol of human kindness and selflessness. The Ministry of Natural Resources of the Kamchatka Territory stepped in and decided to award the rescue fishermen with letters of commendation. However, for the heroes of this story, the greatest reward was knowing they had saved the lives of these amazing creatures. The incident at the Tagil River became a vivid example of how important it is not to remain indifferent to the fate of living beings in distress. These simple Telman fishermen showed the world that true kindness knows no language barriers or species differences. They demonstrated that even in the most challenging situations, there is always room for hope and human compassion. Belugas, these remarkable marine creatures known for their high intelligence and strong social bonds, demonstrated an incredible ability to trust humans in a critical situation. Their tears, so human-like and moving, became a symbol of nature's vulnerability in the face of the elements and the importance of human intervention in preserving life on Earth. And somewhere in the depths of the Sea of Okhotsk, a family of belugas continues their journey, having received a second chance at life thanks to human kindness and selflessness. Perhaps someday their paths will cross with humans again, but under happier circumstances, reminding us all of the miracle that occurred on the banks of the Tagil River.